Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Silentcore, and today I've got the first part of my Sims 4 Let's Play. And when I say Let's Play, I'm not sure if it technically is a Let's Play because I'm not actually playing as I commentate this. I actually played this earlier on today, and I'm just going to be slapping on my audio commentary over. I wanted to bring you more of a highlights of my first kind of day, playing my first impressions, and bring you guys the best bits, I guess, of my first impressions in the Sim 4. I didn't want to make it one big long recording, so as you can see, I've gone into the Create a Sim to make myself a lovely brand new sim. You can actually import your sim from, I guess, the Create a Sim demo, but I really want to go back in and see some of the new clothing. I know they've added some cool new clothes, a lot more options than was actually in the demo, so I wanted to check some of those out. And this time, I actually wanted to try and just make myself. So original, isn't it, making yourself in The Sims? But yeah, I wanted to see what I could do, so I decided to go for the really kind of. I've got really kind of light, not really blonde hair, sort of blondish, brownish hair. It's a weird sort of colour, but I think I kind of got it there. And I usually kind of spike it up on top. So I tried to find a sort of hairstyle and sort of face that kind of vaguely resembles mine. And as you'll see, they've added in some really fun hats. I swear that first hat, it literally looks like a penis. And then there's also the sombrero, the Assassin's Creed hat. And some of the really cool ones, especially that little sort of panda tiger hat. That's pretty awesome. So looking back at my recording now, I actually spent over 20 minutes creating my character. So I'm quite glad I've decided to do highlights, or else it would be one very long boring let's play of me choosing my costume and things like that. But yeah, I decided to just find some fitting clothes for my party wear. For my party wear, I decided to go as a giant hot dog. But my other wear is my sleepwear, my sportswear, and my everyday wear. I sort of found something pretty casual that would work well for me. Now you'll notice there is no sort of swimming tab. Obviously there's no pools in The Sims 4, there's no sort of areas you can go swimming, so there's no need for them to even have a sort of swimwear category. So I guess you could look out for that in a future expansion. So just finishing up the body, that's sort of a body that vaguely resembles mine. I'm not overly built, I'm not overly skinny, I guess I'm just kind of an average body build. And yeah, that's pretty much me. So as you'll see, when I was selecting an aspiration, I was first of all actually going to go for the fortune aspiration. I wanted to make lots and lots of money. But on the other hand, I saw this deviance one, and I kind of had the idea that I wanted to make my character a criminal. I wanted to be a really bad guy, in the neighborhood, probably not have many friends, and just have some fun with it. Have some fun sim interaction moments. And as you can see, you have to choose 3 different traits. And I think looking at the recording, I spent a good 5 minutes choosing traits. So I'm going to skip to where I choose all 3 of them. As you'll see, I've gone for the creative, the genius, and the bro traits. Don't ask why I did those 3, they just seemed quite appealing at the time. And I'm also going to go ahead and choose my sim name. I ended up calling him Silentcore and then just randomizing the last name, which came out to Jones. It's not actually my real last name, by the way, Jones. It's just what was randomized. Now I think of it, I probably should have put my first name Dan, which is actually my real life name. I'm not really sure why I put Silentcore, but I think it's a bit too late to change that now. So yeah, after you create your sim, there's a choice of 2 different neighborhoods you can live in. There's the Willow Creek, the sort of, I guess, sort of homely, suburban, grassy one. And then there's also the Oasis one, which is more of a deserty, sandy, kind of region. And each one has a selection of sort of public areas, big posh mansion houses that you can buy when you're rich and famous, and also a very cheap low budget ones, and also some blank lots that you can just take and build your own house. So that's exactly what I decided to do. I decided to go for the bargain lot at just $2,000. So I decided to move myself in there and start building my house. I decided to go for a little L shape. I thought I'd fit in the kitchen and the dining room into one room, and then also have a bedroom and then a bathroom coming off, ensuite bathroom coming off the side of that. So keeping it really simple. Very low budget, as you can see at the start. I think you only get about 20,000 simoleons to start off, and I literally spent 2,000 of it just buying the land, so I was on a very limited budget here. So I spent quite a long time just getting used to the sort of building tools. If you guys have played this, you know it's quite a lot different from The Sims 3, and I was actually having a bit of trouble. I mean, it is easier for new players, but I think people that are used to The Sims 3 controls, you might struggle a bit. So it's really nice that they did add in the options. You can switch back to the Sims 3 controls, and there's two things I really like about the Sims 3 controls. The first thing is that you can rotate objects with your mouse. You can't do that in the Sims 4 controls. You have to use one of the keyboard shortcuts. I think it's the full stop and the comma keys to rotate objects. I like doing that on my mouse. I find that nice and easy. And the second thing is being able to tilt your camera down and up. I believe on the Sims 3 controls you just hold down your left mouse button and you can tilt the camera up and find the right angle for you. But you can't do that in the Sims 4, so it's a little bit weird. So I decided to switch back to the controls. That's what I'm used to and what I find easiest to use, but I guess you guys can completely decide what works for you. I gotta say, this is an awesome addition to The Sims 4. It's just been able to choose the height of your kind of your supports under your house, your foundation level, and you can just put that up or down without having to do anything really. It just does it automatically, so that is really simple and easy. So the first room I start with is the kitchen, and I start kitting it out with everything I need. As you can see, you can arrange the items in the buy mode by what room it is, so I'm just going through the rooms and buying out the main objects. It shows you a little picture of the main objects down there, and you can just click on the fridge. It'll show you all the fridges, so it's super easy to kit out your houses. And I was going for low budget options on most of them. I was trying to find a colour scheme. I was thinking about going for red first of all, but a lot of the budget options, they don't really have a lot of colours to choose from, and it's kind of mixing and matching when you don't have that much money to spend. So after the kitchen, I go on to the bedroom, and I'm just kitting that out with a bed and also a computer. I decided to go for a computer for the entertainment system because it beats a TV, because you can also do some other stuff in it. You know, you can do some, I think you can build creativity and also programming, and maybe even your comedic skill as well. I think I did some of that. You can write jokes and stuff on your computer, so yeah, there's lots to be gained from a computer, and you can even play games in it, so it's good for that fun meter. Whereas a TV, I guess you can only really watch channels on it. And I also realised here that I totally forgot to put windows in, and I think later on I realised that I also forgot to put lights in the house, so I kitted us out with some windows, some nice big windows to bring in some nice light, and also some very cheap and cheerful hanging lights to brighten up the rooms a little bit. I actually had this really weird thing when I was first trying to get my sim in there. I think I made the foundations slightly too high, and it's like the stairs didn't reach, so I had to slightly lower the foundations, which again is another awesome feature in The Sims 4. I just lowered that a little bit, and my sim was able to get in the house, and decided to go straight for the fridge and make some food. So I decided to do a couple of my sim's wishes. He wanted to buy like an instrument and also build a few skills, so I spent a little bit of time doing playing some of the instrument, which sounded very horrible, by the way. And I also decided to choose a job, choose a career. I nearly forgot about that one actually. It's quite an important one. You need to bring in some money. Luckily I've got a little bit of money left over. I didn't go totally crazy on the decorating of my house, so I've got quite a few grand just as a sort of safety net if I need to buy anything, or if anything breaks, or if I find out I've missed anything, I need to buy something. So I've got that extra supply money, but I decided to go for the career, this sort of criminal career. It's what I kind of had in my head, and I did realise that it was the lowest paying startups salary out of all the careers here. And I did notice there was actually quite a few careers missing. I think the sort of doctor career was missing, and also the business career, that was also missing from the Sims 3. I'm not sure what's happened to those careers, or if it's going to be a branch off of one of these, or maybe some sort of future expansion content. But yeah, it is really tempting when you're looking at that first job is to go for the highest salary one, but I think if I remember correctly, it's actually some of the lower paying jobs in their starting salary actually turn out to be some of the highest earning jobs, you know, further up the career path. So, you know, ones that say are earning $25 an hour at the starting pay, you know, when you get to the top of the career, you might not be earning as much as, say, the criminal one, which only earns $9 an hour. I'm only making $9 an hour as a tough guy at the start of this career, but I'm hoping at the top of this career path it's going to be a very lucrative criminal underground career path. So I started thinking, what sort of skills will I need as a criminal? So I've been working out a little bit, trying to get my fitness up in case I have to run away from the cops or something like that. And I also decide it's time to meet somebody, so I head outside and just stop some random person in the street and get chatting to them. And my sim has this weird kind of wish where he always wants to get angry. And to get angry, I think you have to use the mean interactions on other people. and get them kind of angry at you, and then you get angry at them. I think that's how that one works. So I have my first night's rest in the house, and also go out to find another random sim. And I swear, one of the mean options is calling or imply that their mother is a llama. It's a very, very mean insult, I know, but yeah, it's quite funny that one's on there. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. My sim goes off for his first day of work in the criminal career path. I'm really interested to know how many of you watched this video all the way to the end, so if you have watched it this far, leave me a comment and let me know how you want me to do the future episodes. Do you want me to do them live commentary and just edit the highlights out of it? Or do you prefer me to do it like this, where I record for, say, I think I recorded for about an hour, and I've just sort of edited you the highlights into maybe a 10-minute video or something like that. Let me know in the comments which you'd prefer to watch. As always, if you could take 1 second to hit the like button on this video, and also subscribe for more videos like this one if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. So have yourselves an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next video.